Shiny Pokemon are a rarer form of Pokemon that are a different color, and they've been around for a long time. If you've played Pokemon recently, chances are you've heard of them or even found one. Like a lot of people who've played Pokemon for a while, I caught my first one in Generation 2. But I didn't even know what they were until I caught a Lairon in Alpha Sapphire 13 years later. A few years ago, I started catching shiny Pokemon on stream, and before I knew it, I'd invested a huge amount of time in finding these rare Pokemon. When Pokemon Scarlet and Violet launched, I decided I wanted to take my enjoyment of collecting shinies to the next level and undertake my biggest shiny hunting challenge to date by catching every shiny Pokemon in Generation 9. Here's how it went. First of all, exactly how rare is a shiny Pokemon? Okay, so we're gonna have to change that as soon as possible. Luckily for us, by catching every Pokemon in the Pokédex, we can unlock the Shiny Charm, which brings our odds to... Okay, that's still pretty rough, but we can make our odds even better than that, and I'll talk about it a bit later on. For now, though, we have a good checklist. Beat the game, catch every Pokemon, get a Shiny Charm, profit? I started out by choosing the best starter, and after way too long in school, I headed out into Paldea to begin our journey. At this stage of the game, our odds are the worst they can be, so we're not expecting to find a shiny until we... Wait, is that a shiny Mankey? On top of getting a shiny at full odds, this Mankey was caught on release day, and it turns out it had a new evolution too. As you just saw, just like most of the titles on the Nintendo Switch, Pokemon appear shiny in the overworld in Scarlet and Violet, which is going to be a huge time save overall, but these games have one key difference in how that works. Here's a shiny in Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. Here's a shiny in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And here's a shiny in Scarlet and Violet. Could you tell which one it was? Without a sparkle or a sound effect, it's gonna be way easier to miss a shiny Pokemon in this challenge. I sure hope that doesn't come back to bite me. I caught as many new Pokemon as I could while playing and somehow stumbled across a Mareep a couple of hours after Mankey and a Gabite to bring the total up to 3 shinies simply just looking for Pokemon to add to the dex. The final shiny of my pre-Shiny Charm gameplay came while looking for a Barboach. Am I right in thinking that you can get Barboach around here? How many coins were we up to? We're like 350 or something like that. It's not a huge amount. Shiny? Shiny what? Oh, wait. Okay, cool. A shiny Cufant. I didn't know what this looked like. After some trading for version exclusives, I spent way too long grabbing coins to evolve my gimmighoul. I registered Goldengo into the Pokédex and headed off to collect my shiny charm. With our odds 3 times better, things went crazy. Shiny number 12 here was a Hoppip, a Pokemon we've already caught, so this is where I'm going to explain to you why this challenge is even crazier than you thought when you clicked on the video. I'm doing a living shiny dex. Usually with a shiny dex, I would simply catch Hoppip, evolve it into Jumpluff and call it a day. But with a living shiny dex, I need to catch Hoppip, and then also own Skiploom and Jumpluff all at the same time. Our next shiny, Sneasel, also needed evolving, but this Pokemon has a special evolution method. In order to evolve Sneasel into Weavile, you need to level it up while it's holding a Razor Claw during the night. Luckily, like with most items needed for evolutions in this game, you can pick one up at Delibird Presents. And just for a moment, I thought I was gonna be allowed into a building. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I rounded out day 1 of shiny charm hunting by catching a Makuhita for a total of 14 or 10 in one day. 10 in one day is a lot, and it's this kind of volume that makes this challenge doable. I know that for a lot of people, they might suggest it's too easy or shinies in this game mean nothing, but for me, it's about realigning my expectations from catching only my favorites to being able to catch everything. It wasn't long until my first major controversy of the challenge. Do you remember how I said there's no sound or sparkles for shinies in this game? It's time for a segment that I like to call, Is This Shiny? Farm pretty much a really, really insanely good odds you can just farm a shiny, which again is not something that I personally find fun, but we do need to do it. Now, to this day, I'm convinced that this is what I like to just disregard as Scarlet Violet lighting, and it happens so many times playing these games. But it's been over a year since this happened, and people are still sending me frames where they are convinced there is a shiny Dratini on the screen, and screenshots of their own shiny Dratini encounters to prove me wrong. So what do you think? This Swablu was my first attempt at completing the, at this point, relatively unfamiliar Outbreaks shiny hunt. Although I did everything right, I still managed to find one just outside of the Outbreak spawn radius. I guess I haven't used a method to hunt yet at this point, but I tried to. I also really love the way that Gravard just pops up out of the ground, and unless you go close enough, you can't tell that it's shiny. It's a cool way to encounter a shiny Pokemon. There's an added rarity to Pokemon since Generation 8 called Marks. There's a chance that your Pokemon will have a little sticker on its summary, and that sticker can be equipped to give you a title when you throw the Pokemon out into battle. These marks range in rarity, with weather and uncommon marks being at 1 in 50, the rare mark being at 1 in 1,000, and personality marks being even rarer than that. This shiny Gyarados? It's got the rare mark, meaning that it's technically a 1 in 1,365,000 chance, but it only counts as +1 to the dex, the same as everything else. Next, Vaporeon became my fastest shiny hunt so far, just 3 minutes after catching this shiny Scatterbug, and it wasn't even my target. I was actually on the way to the northernmost beach in Paldea to catch a shiny penguin. When you have a specific target you're looking for in a shiny hunt, but you find something else, that's called a phase. And just like Vaporeon, this Knackley was a phase when I was looking for my favorite Generation 9 Pokemon, Clorf. Right now, I'm not so upset about that because it's new, but I hope we don't phase on it too much. At this point, I'm still building my shiny hunting skill set for Generation 9, so I decided it was finally time to hunt using an Outbreak. For this particular shiny, I did the hunt wrong, but I learned about the use of opening and closing a picnic in order to force a new wave of spawns leading to a shiny Bombardier. Having never really hunted outside of Pokemon Legends Arceus, I realized I needed a False Swiper. This is a Pokemon that has access to learning the move False Swipe, which will leave an opponent at 1 HP and therefore helping me catch shinies in color matching Pokeballs. Good support Pokemon often have access to a status inflicting move to further increase catch rate. There's a couple of really good options in this game, and I chose Iron Valiant because even though Hypnosis is less accurate than Spore, look at it. It's one of the only Violet Paradox Pokemon that I think beats its Scarlet counterpart. After an epic struggle, the Time Evolve finally clicked and the Pokemon lovingly known as Sammy was mine. I decided to quick ball everything and completely ignore the color matching I just set up for. Look, don't hate me, okay? There's nearly 400 shiny Pokemon I have to catch in Paldea, and at this point I don't even know if there's gonna be DLC Pokemon too, so I have to save all the time that I can for the game. We've now got Encounter Power Flying. Let's go. We're all done picnicking. Wow. Oh my god, there's a shiny one. Did you see how quickly I completed the entire process for Flamigo in the background? I am speed. But not too much speed. I mentioned there's another way of increasing our shiny odds, and one of those methods is sandwiches. Using Herba Mystica, you can make a Sparkle Power 3 sandwich for specific types, which gives you a 1 in 683 chance wherever you are in the game with your shiny charm. I made a grand total of 2 of these sandwiches, and in the total time we had the positive effects, I caught 7 shiny Pokemon. It just felt a little unfun, almost too easy. The first sandwich was Smoliv after Smoliv, and in fact I finished the entire Revolution line in 30 minutes. The next sandwich was a flying type sandwich, and we got Iron Jugulus, a duplicate Flamigo, Jumpluff, and Wattrel. I regret this decision now, but at the time I was excited to announce that no more Sparkle Power will be used in Paldea. A fun fact about that Jumpluff. At the time, I didn't know, but using a quick ball might have saved me from my first fail of the challenge. The Dratini wasn't a fail. Jumpluff learns Memento, a move that knocks out the Pokemon using it, and the quick ball meant it didn't have a chance. But the close calls didn't stop there. It literally took one more shiny to show up before the prospect of failure was at the forefront again. God damn, those Wingles can just drop in out of nowhere. Ah, killer Watrels. Okay, let's turn around. Double check this Wingull because I can't really tell. Oh, it is shiny. Oh my god, I thought it was. Oh my god, I couldn't tell. I swear. Oh my god. After that, I wanted to head back to my Cloth Hunt, a shiny that would take a miracle to fail. Would you look at that? A shiny before the end of stream, you say? Well, let's catch that Knackley. Let's go. Oh my god. This is absolutely fine. Phases happen, and they aren't fails at least. Cloth will be the next spawn. There's no way I can phase on anything else, right? Well, a quick break to catch a shiny Psyduck was refreshing, so I headed back and, well... Oh my god, look at it. Oh my god, that's such a nice shiny. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Buddy. Hello, buddy. No, that's a go-go. Oh, I hope the Shinx doesn't run away and despawn. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Where is it? Where is it? Wait, is it gone? I think it's gone. Oh no. Well, I guess I should have saved in front of it. That's weird. None of the other ones have despawned. Did it go right? Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Hello, buddy. Oh my god. If this one doesn't have the rare mark for being a recluse, thank god for that. Oh my god. Not only did I phase again, but this time I had yet another close call of almost missing the shiny and letting it despawn. I'll be back, but bouncing between targets is helping to keep me sane. One of the wildest encounters of my post-charm world was when shiny Relor... Sorry, no. 2 shiny Relor showed up at the same time. You can literally see the other Relor rolling around in the background while I catch the first. I know some of you are still thinking about the lack of sparkle power sandwiches. Why wouldn't I just make my life as easy as possible? Well, right now it's not really changing too much. I'm just wandering around and finding shiny Pokemon almost as quickly as I was with the sandwiches anyway, just without the need to grind for Herba Mystica. There are some really subtle shinies in Paldea, and there is a way to check for them without overworld sparkles or sound effects. You do this by sending your Pokemon to battle, and if the Pokemon in question is shiny, there's a little animation and Sammy will refuse to attack. But it would take us hours to check every Pokemon like that, so I'm relying on my eyes. And this is my CV to explain why that's okay. Oh my god, it's just... I'm just gonna have to encounter it. I told you I would spot it. I told you that I would spot it if Slowpoke was shiny. Oh, this is kind of crazy, actually. So many dogs. Wait, is that a shiny Fido over there? It is a shiny one. Okay, let's go. That's fine. We still need Murkrow as well, and there's only like 3 minutes left on the sandwich. 2.5 minutes. Good guess. I'm tracking my time a little bit better here. Is that just a normal Wooper? No, it's not. Oh, I did it! Oh my god, I spotted it. All right, listen. Sinisty, if you could... Wait, that's one. Come here. That's one right there. Let's go! Okay. Oh my god. Basically, there is 4 different stages. Is that a shiny? Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat, we've done it. At this point, the shinies have really started ramping up in frequency. But even though we're being really successful, I still haven't got the only thing I really want right now. Cloth, please come home. Okay, this is fine. Surely the next one will be Cloth. Okay, fine. These are still helpful, just as long as I don't see Knackley or Makuhita again. I think it'd be really fun. Oh, wait. Oh, you're kidding me. I didn't know that it was a friendship evolution for Igglybuff. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. You're kidding me. Another one? Okay, this is stupid. I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go for Generation 9 shinies. That way everything's new and exciting and I'll be safe from duplicates. I started by getting Finizen and honestly, the shiny is incredible. This Snorunt was a phase for Sotodle, but if it's female, it might end up saving us some time further down the line. Never mind. I followed it up with Pawmi, Wiglet, Lechonk, and Esparthra. It's at this point I realized targeting only Gen 9 Pokemon would leave us with nothing new very soon. So I went back to roaming at random and cleaned up with Stantler, Mankey, Grimer, and Passimian. Everything's been plain sailing until now, but this Azumarill took me 8 hours. 8. At least I'm still on track for a shiny every day, but I'm starting to worry about my sanity. After I caught this Noibat, I accidentally foreshadowed something, but let's not focus on that right now. Look at this shiny. Speaking of Pokemon spawning in walls, am I right? Oh, wait, that's a shiny. The skill set I have so far includes spotting very subtle shinies, fast picnic shinies, and phasing on Cloth. But the ability to talk shinies into existence is really something else. It would be really nice to just get the random Iron Moth as we're going up and out of here. You just wanted it to be formal. Oh, that's nice, though. That's a nice shiny. We'll take that. This is why I take my time going places, chat. This is why I take my time going places. I'm always low-key hoping that one of them's going to be shiny because that would just be a real time saver. It would be a real time saver. How long's left on this sandwich? I've been talking about my ban for 20. Oh, there's this. Oh my God, that timing. That timing. Let's go. Oh my God. I'm wrapping up this part of our journey with one of my favorite Gen 2 shinies. I've made really good progress and spotted everything so far. Or have I? Approaching 69 shinies, something happened that in my opinion explains why this game doesn't have the sparkle sound effect we got in Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's kind of insane. I do feel like I'm like trying to look around the walls as well. But yeah, that's just a normal one, right? Is that a normal one? No, is that a different color? I don't know why I think that's a different color. Oh my God! What? What? Oh my God, you have to be kidding me! Oh my God, you have to be kidding me! Check your walls, chat! They're in the walls! That was insane, and honestly, I'd rather not think about the shinies that I've lost along the way. Well, the next shiny was number 69, so Twitch chat got distracted like when you throw a dog a snowball and it catch it and then it breaks and they wonder where it went, and then after a couple of community favorite shinies, I forgot to save in front of an explodable golden bug, so we got distracted again. And on top of that, I even caught 4 more shinies, one of which stopped us from having to do the very annoying Binding of Isaac-like bullet hell dodge fest that is catching a Veluza in an outbreak. So we ended up just not even thinking about the walls at the end of the day. But the next day, before my entire life. Oh, they all fell out of the ceiling. Were any of those shiny? I think they... Oh no, it happened again. Chat, it's happened again. There's a shiny in here. How do we get to it? No, there's a shiny. It's happened again. No, help me. How do I get it? Where is it? I need the Pormo. We're trying to lock onto the Pormo. Wait, there we go. Maybe we got a bit more chance now. It's happened again. They're in the wall. At least we could see this one without swerving the camera around, but wow. This game's starting to feel like a broken mess, right? I can't believe this has happened 2 days in a row. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna leave Area 0 and go straight to Director Clavel's office to lodge a complaint. Was that Floette shiny? I don't know why, but that one over there that I'm like keeping in the center of my screen looked a little bit different color to me. It might have just been the crazy overblown lights. But I thought it was shiny. It was! No way! Spotting the flower went a long way towards making both myself and Twitch chat feel a lot better. I then found one of my personal favorites in the gift that is Delibird, and after that I caught a Tinkertuff patrolling some ruins in the desert. I've never played Gen 5, so finding out what a shiny fungus looked like was also super helpful. I ended the day not even thinking about the walls again, although I really hope this tip of an iceberg doesn't mean anything. The next day... Okay, neither of those are shiny, I don't think. I don't know if that's a shiny octopus. I guess we'll never know. But yeah, I don't think it... Oh my god. It's happened again. It's happened again. It's literally happened again. That's 3 days in a row. Yep. It happened 3 days in a row, and it's not even a female Salandit to make up for it. Don't worry though, YouTube viewer, this has been patched. No, don't get me wrong, shinies can still spawn in walls. No, you can't target them anymore if you find one. Fixed. Let's try not to think about it and just get on with the rest of the day. Quite a short one, actually. Just a couple of Azurill to complete the evolution line through evolving one into Marill. But the next day? Nah, we're all good today. There's no shinies in the walls, but they are in other Pokemon. Nowhere is safe. Zorua, Zoroark, and Ditto hide as other Pokemon, and honestly, they're some of my favorite hunts in the entire dex. This might be one of the most unique encounter methods in Pokemon history. Also, we called this Zoroark Toadscruel, and I'm really proud of the name because it's a false Toadscruel. I just wanted to point that out. I'm not saying you have to leave a comment saying it's a good nickname or anything. If you wanted to, I wouldn't be upset about it, though. I think it would be a really nice thing to do. Anyway, Iron Thorns was a bit of a problem to find because with an Electric Encounter 2 sandwich, all I was seeing in Area 0 was pretty much just every spawn but the Mechagodzilla we were actually looking for. Eventually though, I found out it only spawns on rocky ground, and by climbing up the cliff and then Assassin's Creed diving off it repeatedly, I was able to get my very own kaiju. God, it'd be nice if we were able to fly freely or something at this point, I don't know. Unfortunately, the next shiny was a duplicate Marill, which after just getting the line finished yesterday kinda sucked, but at least we followed it up with a Wiglet for Wugtrio, a Gulpin, don't say it, and a Ralts. I'm ending the day thinking that my Pokemon being places they shouldn't be problems are over. But the next day, they're in each other! I should probably find a better way to say that, but look, you can see what's happened. The shiny Florges was hiding. I had decided to save using Outbreaks for a milestone in the dex because they're gonna make things easier, and the milestone I'd chosen was reaching triple figures. I've caught 10 shinies in a day before, so surely I can do 9 in one day, right? No, 3 days. Day 1 was a Swablu for Altaria and a Rufflet. Day 2 was taken up with dodging normal Cyclizar in order to finally encounter a shiny one, the eye-straining Paldean Taurus, and the even more eye-straining Slowpoke for our first item-dependent trade evo Slowking, and the disappointing shiny Golduck. I just don't like the color of its beak, it seems too flashy. When you save the game, turn it off and load it back up, all the Pokemon that were around you when you closed the game are still there. On day 3, I loaded into a shiny Deerling, so I must have missed it the day before. We evolved it into Sourcebook and then made Arven jealous with a shiny Mastiff, and then we finally found shiny number 100. Before we really get into Outbreaks, I first need to tell you about something incredible that happened. Nope, it's not the Snorunt. In fact, it being another man means we need a female next time we see it. And it wasn't this Low-Kicks either, although it is a really good shiny. No, we finally got Cloth. It took 7 phases and all of that nonsense with the walls, but we finally did it. I'm doing so fine, by the way. Oh, that doesn't look good. Now that we've got the crab, here's why Outbreaks are so strong. Knocking out 60 plus Pokemon at an Outbreak with a shiny charm brings our odds to a staggering 1 in 161. And I truly didn't understand how crazy that is until over the next week I caught an unhinged 43 shinies. And here they are as fast as possible. Okay, so some of the shinies here deserve a little bit more attention than that. Those launchers were less than a minute apart. We've only been looking for 10 minutes. Oh my god. All right, should we go for another? Should we get the Clawitzer at the same time? Should we just head out this way real quick? And then like just turn back around, get the next one real quickly, like and then now we get the next one now, and then we never have to look at Clauncher or Clawitzer ever again. How it works, right? Because we'll get the shiny. It's gonna be fine. With the love disc being 2 minutes after that. If we find any shinies on the way there in the water, then fantastic. If not, then that's absolutely fine as well. I thought this was shiny. It is. Slowbro looked like it was about to drop the best indie album of 2008. And Bagon was printed straight out of a wall. Oh, there you go. We got it. Come here, buddy. Oh my god, how am I gonna... Okay, all right. Come here, buddy. Just 1 second. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, 1 sec. Excuse me. Just trying to... No, sorry, not you. Sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry. Could you mind just moving? Sorry. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Shiny Bagon! Let's go! Shiny number 147 was Espeon, which is my favorite Pokemon of all time. But that joy was short-lived when I had a shiny Toedscool on screen for exactly 1 frame. I feel like the next shiny being a tree was a peace offering from the tree that stole away our shiny. Up until now, I haven't been counting the Dratini, and I don't think there was much I could have done about that Toedscool either. But that might be our first shiny fail of the challenge. And, you know, now that I'm talking about it, I am starting to doubt myself about that Dratini as well. That's one. Oh my god, it's so visible. Oh my god, it's so visible. Okay. After that, you cannot tell me the other one was shiny. Are you kidding me? Fun fact, at this time during the game's initial release, we knew pretty quickly that 15 was a maximum number of spawns in the game, and that shiny Pokemon would take up one of those spawns. 14 normal and 1 shiny. But we were wrong. Unfortunately, I only found out about this deep into DLC 2, but that story might have to be saved for another video. I really like the way that Scarlet and Violet has some fully evolved Pokemon on the overworld that are really difficult to find elsewhere, just like this Slacking. If I had a little more foresight when I started this challenge, I might have tried to avoid evolving wherever possible. Do you remember how we are not color matching shinies? Take that, quick ball haters. I'm going into a lot of these shiny hunts not knowing what the shiny actually looks like. Never seen him, never looked him up, just hunting on vibes alone. It makes some of the shiny hunting harder, but I get to give you a first-time live reaction. Oh, that is so good. Oh my god, that is such a good shiny. Fletchinder is another Pokemon that falls into the unseen category. But why am I talking about it while I catch and evolve a shiny Lechonk? Well, after I caught the pig, I checked my dex to see what to go for next. Wow, it's literally Houndour, Yungoos, and then Squovit. We could easily finish the rest of that box minus the Masuda stuff. We could easily go for it. Cool. Well, let's go. Wait, is that shiny? Wait. I guess we will go for a Fletchinder then. In that clip, you'll have heard me mention the Masuda method, which is the last way we have of increasing our shiny odds, but I'll tell you about that a little bit later on. For now, though, Pikachu and Growlithe Outbreak shined in record time, and then we had the best start to a day I will ever have shiny hunting. Give me a second. Hello, it's me. I'm on screen now. Look, I shaved. I know it doesn't look necessarily any better, but at least my mustache isn't in my mouth. Which is honestly disgusting, but it is what it is. Okay, we've got some new Outbreaks today, so we're going to be checking that out. That Meowth is the wrong color. That Meowth is the wrong color. 1 minute and 30 seconds. The first set of spawns on the stream. Always do it at the start of streams. Which is that shiny as well. Wait, hang on. You'd think that 2 shinies in 6 minutes would be a positive thing for my sanity, but did you hear those laughs? We've had a few already, but I gotta say, the fact that the evolutions are available on the overworld is a 10 out of 10 decision from Game Freak. And this Jolteon was the moment I decided that I'm gonna catch all of them before I get an Eevee outbreak. As we kept playing, we truly did zoom through more shinies, with Outbreaks really accelerating it. But we're also still getting a fair amount of Pokemon just wandering around between different Outbreaks too. Just like this Dratini, which I caught as I was wrapping up stream at the end of the day, and before I knew it, we were into a new era. And it's not a very good era either. We have 166 shinies out of 392, meaning there's still 226 Pokemon left to catch, so you wouldn't expect too many dupes yet, right? New. Duplicate. New. Duplicate. New, but also has Memento, so we gotta be really careful with this one. And oh look, yet another duplicate. This Mankey to evolve into Primate finishes yet another evolution line, leaving us with even more risk of duplicates, so I switched things up. This method relies on hatching eggs, with one of the Pokemon breeding being a foreign language to the local language, and it brings our odds to 1 in 512. You can use any Pokemon as the foreign language Pokemon, but because Ditto can be used for everything, most people will use a Ditto. We need to use this method for a minimum of 9 Pokemon, but I always say the effin' Masuda stands for fun, so I'm going to be avoiding this where possible. A lot of people will suggest I should use this for Pokemon like Sunkern and Spiritomb, but I refuse to hatch more eggs than I need to. All this to say, we hatched our first egg! What? Are you expecting a title card that says Part 6, Masuda? There probably should be one, but let me roll you a clip of the next egg we hatch. I guess it is updated then. No way! Back to shinies! And I was saying about how, like, I literally just don't have any fear. I won't look behind me because Pokemon can spawn behind you. I don't care if they're shiny or not. If I didn't see them, they weren't there. And I just have no fear. I will just go straight up to a Pokemon. And this one might have self-destruct. I should have saved in front of it. And of course, as you might expect, this was followed up with another duplicate. Handamouse. This is one of the worst shinies to hunt in the entire game, and we need 2 of them! Now, fortunately for me, I managed to find an outbreak for them so that I can reset the spawns very quickly using the radius of Medali, kinda like how a picnic works, but much faster. I thought this one was it. Well, that was a lot worse than I thought. But now I know what I'm looking for, so this will be better. A little bit too much. Yeah, it's blue, it's blue. Fine. Onwards we go. That's it! That's it! That's it! Let's go! Yes! Finally! Let's go! I'm happy with that one. Okay. Hell yeah. I saved and evolved both for a chance at the 1 in 100 3-family mousehold, but we didn't manage to hit. And if you're wondering, I'm completely fine after spending 10 hours squinting at rodents going blue, 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 you're blue. One of my favorite parts of this challenge was coming up with my own shiny hunting spots and patterns, and there's a loop I like to do in the quarry on the east side of the map. On one of these loops, I got a shiny Cufant for Copper Raja, and on the very next loop, a shiny Dugtrio. This was my last shiny of 2022, meaning we managed to catch 176 shinies in 44 days. That's an average of 4 shinies a day. That's not bad. And the new year started off crazy. That was 7 shinies in one day. And yes, there were 2 duplicates, but we're getting close to the halfway point. Another duplicate. That's it. No sleep until halfway. Dondozo might be one of my favorite shinies, and we kept the yellow theme going by moving straight onto a shiny Swablu. Glimmora has self-destruct, which I did not know at the time, but I still managed to catch it. What's really crazy about this clip is I caught both shiny Cetoddle in the same 30-minute encounter power 2 ice sandwich. That's insane because almost everything on the mountain is ice type and there were no phases. And just look at how good Titan's shiny is. In my opinion, one of the most annoying things on all of the Nintendo Switch Pokemon games has been looking for shinies in water. This one was no different. Personally, I'd also really like to see some more Pokemon with Finnegan's ability because this whole form change is incredible. This shiny Voltorb might look exciting, but it's actually incredibly stressful. If I walk too close to the city here, it will despawn. So I have to walk just close enough to be able to throw a ball to encounter it without remembering to save. So it might self-destruct, but it doesn't matter. We managed to catch it, so everything is fine in the end, right? Iron Treads got done so dirty compared to Great Tusk. I, too, have got a guitar, my cowboy hat wearing friend. Chewtle is Neon. Murkrow is a really good Gen 2 shiny, and Ralts is a classic, which we evolved into Gallade. The next shiny we get is gonna be the halfway point, and it is. Atting them being like, what the hell, dude? It's my favorite thing. Drink a sandwich. Oh my god. Oh my god. Getting to the halfway point gave me a whole new burst of energy. We even caught a new shiny before I went to bed for the day. Scarlet and Violet has become known for the in-game lighting ruining a lot of shiny hunting experiences at this point, and sometimes you would turn up at an outbreak and you just know you were gonna be there for a long time. Or not. Okay. Well, some of them are in really awkward positions, so you can't reset all the spawns efficiently, so those outbreaks take kind of a long time. Huh. This luck has to end at some point. Well, just in case it doesn't, we're heading to Area 0 to get ourselves a nice shiny Paradox Pokemon. Wait, never mind. A Glimmer outbreak. Let's head to that instead. That doesn't count because we already have one. Yeah? At least I got the Glimmer after. Shiny number 200, by the way. And this Numel did a magic trick of turning from not shiny from the front to shiny from the side thanks to the lighting. Oh my god, that was quick. Okay, I need to tell you about our problem child, Oricorio. This bird from Alola has been a main target for a hunt since shiny number 50. 150 shinies ago. In that time, we've been targeting specifically the fire form, because even though right now I have never seen it, chat insists that it is a shiny worth hunting. It hasn't been. We've managed to catch not 1, not 2, but 5 Rookie D, even while using a Fire Encounter 2 sandwich. But today, it simply can't exist. It simply can't exist. You can go beyond 6 now. It literally just kept going to figure out your top 50. Oh, wow. Crazy. That's cool. I honestly wouldn't be particularly... I think I would struggle to... Wait, is that it? Oh my god, 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 let's go! Finally! Let's go! That is such a good shiny, man! Another problem for this dex is Spiritomb. There are 3 locations in which you can get a Spiritomb and they are fixed spawns. That means that they're unaffected by the shiny charm and have a 1 in 4,096 chance of being shiny. We could also hatch them from an egg with a 1 in 512 chance, but crazy as it might sound, I dislike the Masuda method so much, I'd rather check a Spiritomb every day for the rare shiny. And on one of those checks, and you never know, you might find another shiny on the way there. I'm not really looking for other shinies on the way there, even if it is like something we might need. I'm mostly just checking Spiritombs. So there's a Spiritomb that is not shiny. Oh, we need that though. We absolutely need that though. Oh my god, let's go. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry for leading you on like that, but it's at this moment that I decided Overworld Spiritomb is probably the coolest shiny we have left in Paldea, and it'd kind of make an incredible finale to the challenge. Pokemon will despawn if they leave a radius around your player character, and letting these cloister despawn themselves is a dangerous game. There's another thing. There it is, there it is. No, oh my god. Oh my god. Let's go. Oh my god. I really hope my dangerous shiny hunting methods don't come back to bite me. But for now, I'm gonna say again how awesome it is to find fully evolved shiny Pokemon on the overworld. During this process, I found a lot of niche tips for isolating specific Pokemon, like this Larvesta on one half of the desert. If you'd like a guide for all these locations, let me know in the comments. This was the best Encounter Power 2 sandwich I have ever made. Ruby and Sapphire, the Reggies, have their own caves around the map that you have to solve puzzles to get to. Similar to like finding the stakes in a way, right? But like a little bit more complicated. Oh my god. Wow. Oh my god. What is my luck today? Okay. Then maybe it's just England. Oh, another one. No way. Oh my god. Let's go. Oh my god. I can't believe we got them both like that. Is Mankey in this area? Mankey's probably around here, right? Oh, there is no way. Oh my god. I also found my 24th male Combee in a row across all Pokemon games, with 2 of them being alphas in Pokemon Legends Arceus, but I was finally able to be excited about it because I don't have one in Scarlet and Violet yet. The game then reinforced something very bad with me, and that is simply that if I complain enough, I will be rewarded with a shiny Pokemon. We've definitely seen like 1,000 Dracloak at this point, surely, right? Do you think we might have seen oh, there's one. Oh my god, that's a great shiny. What? And I hadn't even finished celebrating this shiny Mareep when it happened again. I'm just wondering where all my Arcanines are, buds. What's going on here? Where's my Arcanines? There's some. Oh my god! Oh my god, we got the shiny Arcanine! Let's go! As with Tandemaus, Dunsparce's Evo Dudunsparce also has a rare form in this game, with just a 1 in 100 chance you can find a 3-segment Dudunsparce. Unlike Tandemaus, I didn't catch my Dunsparce back to back. In fact, there was a Yungoos, a Tadbulb, and an entire night of sleep between them. But when I evolved them, please be a 3-segment 1 in 100. We've gotten 2 so far. The first one was not. The second one is also not a 3-segment Dudunsparce. We once again failed to get the rare form, and honestly, I'm really tempted to hunt it, but that would have to wait for another time as well. I don't need every form right now, I just need everything registered in the dex. For every easy to spot shiny we have left like Bisharp, we have a very difficult to spot shiny left like Diglett. In fact, there's probably over 30 difficult to spot shinies left in the dex. It's a lot, so I should probably start working on them soon, right? You're right, but I didn't. Instead, we got 2 more shinies before moving on to the most stressful experience of the challenge. No? Just me? All right. Oh! Blue jeans in the wall! Oh my god, let's go! How do we get it? I can't reach it! Buddy, I literally... Wait, we had it. There it is. There it is. No! 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 It's gonna walk out of range! It's gonna T-spawn! Get out of here! Oh my god, please! Oh no! Please, I swear to god, if it walks off the map... Oh my god, it's over. It's gone. It's gone. We've been pushed away. We've been pushed too far away. It's gone. It's absolutely despawned. This is the worst situation that's ever happened. No! Please. Please? Oh, it's still there. It's still there. It's still there. Oh my God, but how do we get to that now? I didn't want to cut the video here so that you could see just how long that I was panicking for. This video is sped up 300%, but I spent the next minute or two finding a way to get this shiny Scovillain without being pushed out of range so that it would despawn, and I even still missed it. Eventually, though, I managed to find a way to locate it inside the wall. There we go. Oh my God, that was the most stressful experience of my entire life so far. Shiny Scovillain. This was our 5th Pokemon caught in a wall, by the way. We also got a Dupe Knackley earlier on. I just can't get away from them, man. Generation 9 had a huge overhaul on the textures of different Pokemon, and Metal Pokemon got the biggest benefits from this. What were once decent shinies are now S tier, and Pokemon that aren't even shiny are salvaged. It's a good shiny. Is it? I don't know. You know, I'm gonna say it. I don't really like the shinies that change what they're holding instead of changing the Pokemon. I'll say it. I'm just gonna say it. At this point in the video, you'll have more than noticed that there's no real rhyme or reason to what I'm doing in the game. And a lot of the time, I'm just heading to outbreaks of Pokemon we haven't registered shiny yet, or using an Encounter Power 2 sandwich in an attempt to isolate specific Pokemon pretty much at random. But I'm making a lot of progress in each area of the game as we go, and there's actually going to be quite a lot of areas as we keep going that you'll end up never seeing again. This Iron Moth is an example of an area you'll never see again. It's our last Pokemon to check off. Pokemon Scarlet. I completely forgot about that. How many Pokemon we have left are Scarlet exclusives? And they're gonna be base odds because we don't have the ability to transfer them through home yet? You know what? I'm simply just not gonna think about it. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I started this section with 156 left, and I'm still catching great shinies. I'm even predicting them to perfection. Like, what do you want me to say? I'm just lucky. I'm gonna get a Quillfish now as well. Watch this. I'm not gonna get a Quillfish now. I think the Quillfish is actually gonna take a while, despite the fact we've got a really good... Okay, I got a Quillfish. Where is it? Which one is it? Come here, buddy. Where is it? It's seen me, so it's going to attack me. Oh, thank you, pal. Oh, that's really sweet of the Quillfish, to be fair. Let's go. I want to talk to you about the section title. The Dratini earlier, no way that was shiny. The one-frame Toadschool, I couldn't do anything about that. This Glaceon, I'll probably not even remember what to say because it'll be forgettable, right? That's kind of like the point of like a lot of these... Was that shiny that just galloped off out of the screen? It looked it. Are we calling that a fail, though? There wasn't anything I could do about it. The screen was zoomed in and it just galloped off into the abyss without a care in the world. And while I've been justifying it, I've already reclaimed it. Joke's on you. So cool. We agree that I didn't fail it, right? I wouldn't hold your breath. I wouldn't be too, like, hopeful for it, chat. You know, it might happen, but, like, also just... Oh, this one was a fail. No, I completely disagree with you. You can clearly see I've already pressed the reset button when the shiny Vespiquen spawns. And at that point, Arceus just took over and tried to keep us humble a bit, you know? And what's more, I didn't even see it. Neither did you. And once again, I've already reclaimed it. So not a fail. Yeah. Eating something spicy wakes you up? I don't really have anything spicy to eat, though. I have no excuses for this one. I didn't even see it. And I think it's finally time to let go and admit it. I failed a shiny in this challenge. Oh, and this one was even worse. But let's focus on the positives. In between all of these fails, I actually caught some incredible shinies. I managed to get arguably the hardest to spot shiny in the game, followed by one of the coolest encounters in the game, which we named Deceivi. Again, I think that if you wanted to compliment my nicknames, followed by one of the rarest outbreaks in the game, without which you have to find this thing in a tree, and trust me when I say that they do not spawn very often. We followed that up with one of our 5 a day, Writing this line, I literally realized we now have 5 apples, but at the time we only needed 3. Then we got what I heard some people refer to as Flesh Moth. Thanks, I hate it. And a new Pokemon to use if we ever return to Masuda to speed up our egg hatches using Flame Body, before getting our second double shiny spawn. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's 2 of them. Oh, wait. There's 2 of them. Oh, wow. Okay, we take that. Oh my word. While I roll some more clips, I want to have a little chat about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. These games gave me a story that I truly enjoyed, and despite everything crashing from time to time and Pokemon spawning in walls, I genuinely had an incredible time with the overall gameplay loops in this game, to the point where even with my depleting sanity, I'm still excited at the prospect of finishing the living dex. Hey look, we reclaimed the giraffe! I found the constant battles with Nemona irritating, but I thought she's a solid rival whose whole point is to keep testing you because she's already established as a champion elsewhere and wants to see both of you grow competitively. Where the game falls down for me is the overworld. It's really empty, sparse, just lacks life, and honestly, it looks kinda bad. I've been back to Sword and Shield recently, and some of the areas in that game are stunning. This cave where we caught Frigibacks looks straight out of Tomb Raider and not a new one. I think the very realistic characters and Pokemon models are at odds with this, and say what you will about the textures in PLA, at least they're coherent to their art style. I, for one, am really excited to see what they do going forwards with Pokemon Legends ZA, where we will probably do another living dex. Shiny number 268 is Pachirisu, and this is actually a cool shiny. The reason is that it's the first time we've ever finished an entire box in the living dex. I'm not gonna lie though, taking the step back to look at the spaces left in all the other boxes was kind of demoralizing. At this point, I had to take a break. Not just because of the sanity meter, although it is looking a little low. I also got tonsillitis twice back to back, and the time away from the game almost made me quit. During the time off, somebody asked me a question. It's the zombie apocalypse. You've been told you can take 1 Pokemon to help you survive. What are you taking? If you said anything other than Tropius, you are wrong, and I will not be taking any further questions at this time. Tentatively, I started to catch a few shinies here and there. A Houndour in the starting cave. A Shuppet in a race against the sun despawning it. Somehow, I spotted a Klefki from a mile away. Miss Magius helped me avoid having to do more revolutions, and a Riolu showed up despite it being the longest I've ever spent at an outbreak. Remember how earlier I said we're slowly fully completing regions of the map? This second Houndour, which I evolved into Houndoom, was actually the first one to fully clear a zone. Now we get to cross off, well, that's not a huge area, but it's still progress. It's a pretty useful tool for certain shiny hunts, but a lot of the time it's actually just kind of useless. Oh, no, that's it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, we almost despawned it. Oh, Jesus, my whole heart. Oh my god, I had a heart attack. Oh my god, I almost despawned it. Have you ever shiny hunted in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Eevee? If you answered yes, then you will know it's rare that you get to be excited about a shiny Chansey after that experience. But I think... Oh, no. No! So I'm gonna savor this one. Until this point, I've been bouncing around Outbreaks a little bit to try and keep things fresh, but now I'm gonna make sure that we stay at Outbreaks until we are fully finished with evolution lines where possible. Especially because some of these are rare Outbreaks that take forever to spawn, even if the Pokemon spawn whilst I'm AFK. Okay, I'm back. Wait. Hang on a second. Wait. No way. Weirdly enough, this isn't the only time I've found a shiny while I haven't been playing the game, but this video is so long that I'm gonna have to save it for the next one. We finished up another evolution line in Grumpig, which honestly I'm glad to find because I'm always worried about Spoink having to stop bouncing at some point, and then made a decision. It's finally time to hatch some more eggs. I mean, obviously I'm going to get 3 shiny dragons first, including the one that's a reward for getting a shiny charm all the way back when it was first introduced in Black and White 2. But finally, it's egg time. Our first Sprigatito was under odds at 370 eggs, but the next cat only took 37. Oh my god, maybe the Masuda method isn't so bad after all. Collecting eggs in Gen 9 kinda sucks though, because it's a lot of sitting around and waiting. So I was collecting them off stream and then hatching them on stream, meaning I ran out of eggs for the day, but had full intentions of continuing with another batch of eggs the next day. In the meantime, I found an incredible spot for one of the problem shinies we mentioned earlier, a spot that also applies to Flabebe. A Pokemon that was once our worst nightmare will now be basically free. These exciting developments, combined with the fact that we're approaching only 100 left, surely the eggs won't let us down. Tangler I'm seeing as well. Tropius. And Sprigatito! And they didn't. Shiny Sprigatito for Meowscarada took just 187 eggs. In less than 600, we got the entire evolution line. This is gonna be so easy and take no time at all. You know what? Let's leave the rest of the eggs for now. This surely won't be a problem further down the line. Next up are some weirdly color matching shinies that I picked up in the desert in all its FPS dropping glory, and then on the outskirts of Alphanada, where we have a surprisingly large amount of shinies left. I have a take that people hate. I think that when shiny Pokemon are bad, it makes good shinies better, and that if all shinies were good, none would be great, and turning something black and red doesn't necessarily improve it. I miss you, Purple Charizard. Why am I saying this? I think Charcadet is one of these Pokemon, as is Cerulege. The shiny might be understated, but personally, I love it. For a lot of shinies in this challenge, we're kind of in a bit of unknown territory. No, not the ruins of Alph, and we had to make our own methods on the best way to find shinies. And let me tell you, when those methods worked... What changed my mind on using sandwiches? Nothing. I'm not using Sparkle Power. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm glad we're all on the same page. I thought that was... Oh my god. I kid you not. This is not even like 10 minutes. This is not even like 10 minutes after the last one. I think this is an underrated shiny. It's a little bit subtle, but like it's still really cool. Shiny Donphan put us at 100 left, and do you know what? Using our Petalil spot to finally get shiny Flabebe and a Sunset was impeccable vibes. I think I'm finally over the stress of the whole Scoville fiasco. We found a great spot to get a shiny Bonsly. Oh no. No, please. It's his son. Why now? Why when I'm feeling so good? I really hope this doesn't signal anything bad happening. That's not an odd question at all, but unfortunately, no, I haven't played any final... Where are you going? Where's he going? Where's that one going? That's way too active. Oh my god, no, the shiny. Oh my god. Wait, no. I saw the shiny, so I'm saving the game. No, buddy, could you come down from there, please? No, wait, hang on. No, because how? No, but like, how do I get it? Wait, can we hit it now? Yes. Let's go. Shiny Noivern! As annoying as it was. Why do inconvenient but ultimately non-consequential things happen to mediocre shiny hunters? Next up, I decided to catch every Gen 2 ghost Pokemon. Because that was easy, I moved on to Snom and genuinely almost missed it because I thought the shadows would make white go green. Okay, Ryan, good spot. Another spot theory crafted and fine-tuned on stream gave us 2 Impidimp and brought us up to 300 total. It's finally time for Pokemon Scarlet. Or at least it should be. But there's still a little bit of cleaning up in Violet to do first. A little yellow crocodile finished off the evolution line as we swept, no pun intended, through Paldea. Bannet finished another evolution line, and Litleo another. Yeah, we were definitely over here, weren't we? We may as well go the long way around. It'll spawn some more Pokemon. Game really needed voice acting in the cutscenes. I agree. Oh my. Wow. Wow, that was quick. We take that. Let's go. Wait, was there another one in the background? Oh, there's another one in the background. There's another one. We got two. We got two Litleos. After this hippo, we let Twitch chat choose the next shiny hunt to raise money for charity. So of course they picked some of my least favorite hunts. Moving past the rooms is hell on earth when you get stuck chaining into encounters, sometimes for minutes at a time. But we got it. Starly is only available during the daytime, and thankfully I managed to get one just before the day changed to night. Unfortunately though, I got my Petilil pretty quickly, and after evolving it into Lilligant, they sent me straight back to Starly. I caught one, once again within 30 minutes, but is Staravia the worst shiny in this game? Like, genuinely, I feel like it got such a downgrade from Pokemon Legends Arceus. The final shiny we caught for charity was the physical incarnation of Ice Drain. At least, that's what chat thought. I'm gonna give you a little spoiler for the part 2 of this video so that you can see why small changes do not affect me at all. I've heard a lot of people complaining about that. Let's see if this is Tandemaus Central. It's looking kind of good so far. Wait, is that one shiny? It is. Oh my god. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I'm so proud of myself. Next up, I used one of the methods of efficient shiny hunting that we developed during this challenge, town resetting. It's like a picnic reset, but faster. It got us this Mudbray, which we evolved into Mudsdale, and it's going to be really important moving forwards for several Pokemon we have left. I then got a Venonat. Evolving this Krogunk into Toxicroak left us with 80 left. We printed ourselves a Sableye, and then after Hatena reenacted the end of Star Wars Episode 3 with me, we had our first opportunity to use my new method. I call them Storm Shinies. Are difficult to find Pokemon getting you down? Are you being fooled by regular Igglybuff and Jigglypuff wearing green contact lenses? Well, look no further than literally just a bit of bad weather. If your weather turns stormy, these Pokemon, which are basically just glorified balloons, will feel when a little draft comes along and they're out of there! Whee! Too many dogs and foxes spawning as you wait. Use the patented town reset to start from scratch with more balloons. Once you see a balloon that doesn't fly away, you've got yourself a shiny Pokemon. No, stop, what? No! Okay, so I kinda goofed it, but the method works. It's because shiny Pokemon don't despawn the way others do in this game, but they can still use Explosion in battle. I will be back to reclaim yet another fail. For now though, I finished off the Wingull line thanks to a good isolation spot near the start of the game, caught our last rock Pokemon in Violet by evolving an elusive Chewtle into Dreadnought, and caught what most people would have used as a false swiper because it has access to Spore, which is way more accurate than Hypnosis. For this next clip, I need to take us back a bit. We've trained to find Pokemon in walls. We know it can happen. Every single scuffed encounter we've had to this point prepared us for this day. We should have known it could happen, but it still caught me completely off guard. And I've heard a few stories since of like, you know, people who have used services from this person and they've not gone very well. So I'm kind of like, you know, I know... What? I guess we just have the roof to go. Next up, though, I caught a shiny Happiny on my way to a Bounsweet outbreak, which went really well. Obtained 1900 LP. What did I... Oh, because I just defeated the thing. There we go. It's actually done. Perfect. 1. Let's get moving. Let's get moving. So, we need to get to 60. I'm actually just going to knock them out until it says there's few left from the initial outbreak for me on this one. But yeah, this is going to work pretty good. Wait, no shot. Excuse me? That was 4 knocked out? What? There's something you can say about any song. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's another one in another 10 minutes. I'm of the opinion that it's very unlikely that we get a third one. I don't know. We've been so lucky. We've been so lucky. I just don't... Wait. Okay, I guess we will get it. I guess we will get it. I almost despawned it. And there we go. Whole evolution line finished in one day. The next day, I finished 2 more evolution lines, and the day after, I managed to find a Bronzor while searching for Tinkertink. And after mistaking an orange for a shiny Cricketot, I realized enough was enough. I caught the Cricketot and finally moved into Pokemon Scarlet. Okay, so this is technically not a necessary expense, but in order to have the highest number of encounters possible, buying a copy of Pokemon Scarlet is for the best. There's over 20 Pokemon exclusive to this game, and a good chunk of them are in Area 0. Hang on, we don't have the shiny charm in this game. Let's remind ourselves of the odds. Right, yeah, and it took us over 40 hours of gameplay to finish the last charm. If we had Pokemon Home, I might consider transferring everything across. It's already been long enough playing the game from start to finish again. No, there has to be a way to get charm odds without having to get the shiny charm, or at least close. I found a compromise, and trust me, it's going to be worth it. After grinding a few Herba Mystica, I decided to head to Area 0 for some Paradox shiny hunting because in my opinion, it's the most... That shiny took literally 30 seconds. Surely the next one won't be that easy. Oh, that's right. Fluttermane is literally the easiest shiny hunt in this game because it will only spawn shiny ones if you hunt it during the day. We still have a lot of Pokemon left to get in Scarlet, and the most common typing is Rock, so let's make the most of it. First, I headed to the desert so that it would be out of the way, and after 20 minutes of Sparkle Power, a shiny Stonejourner was mine. With only 10 minutes left, I knew it wasn't likely we'd get more, but I headed to the 3D printing spot, and after just 2 picnic resets... Thank you so much for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day, yeah? It was good to catch Stonge. Yeah, honestly, I'm like... Oh, wait. That's it. That's it. That's it. Let's go. And that left us with another 5 minutes. Surely not. Super easy to get here. Exactly. That's the thing. A lot of you are believing. A lot of you are believing. How long am I streaming for? Streams are motivation for you to do homework. Oh my God. You have to be kidding me. I should have played Pokemon Scarlet from the start. This game is so lucky. There is no way that good shiny luck can come back to bite me. I want to point out this is still day 1 of Scarlet, by the way. I also managed to add Brute Bonnet and Skuntank to today's total, and at this rate, I'm only going to need 3 days to finish this section of the dex, meaning I'd be spending $20 a day to have been shiny hunting. The next day started strong too, but not quite how I was expecting. Forget how I said I didn't want to be told. Is that shiny? What? Okay. So fun fact, we still need this. This is a Pokemon that we still need in the other game. So, okay, we'll take that. Cool. That's right, I'm counting it. I know the odds are a little better than the charm odds we were using in Violet, but it's a happy accident if you ask me. The eagle-eyed amongst you will be asking why I'm not talking about the low kicks in the background, and the honest answer is because at the time I didn't see it. But that's not even the craziest thing to happen today. Base odds in Gen 9, as we've mentioned, are 1 in 4,096. But there's actually one area of the game where the odds are worse than that, and that is raid dens. Fortunately for us, there are no Pokemon exclusive to raid dens, and I'm not counting Gimmighoul because limited time shinies? No thank you. Those odds are for some reason 1 in 4,103. So imagine my surprise when we got a shiny Grimmsnarl in a raid den whilst looking for those tasty sandwich fillings. With the herbs it dropped, it was then back to Area 0 to catch a Great Tusk, and then make an electric sandwich for Sandy Shocks, and use the remainder of that sandwich to make a spot almost as crazy as Floette. Wait, is that one over there shiny? It can't be, right? It can't be that I've seen it from that far away. No, it's not. It is? What? What do you mean? Excuse me? Day 3 started with finding a great spot to isolate Scarlet's exclusive monkey, and then although I didn't know it at the time, I set the stage for my own personal hell. Roaring Moon sounds difficult. It is difficult. It is one of the more difficult ones to spawn because as you can see, instead you might just get a shiny Zweilous, which is good because this is going to be a high dragon instead. Let's go. I sounded so happy. I don't know what happened in this clip, but it seems like I almost just swooped straight past a Skrelp, which was absolutely horrible to see, by the way. And it was only possible because I could angle the camera underwater, a feature that they have since removed from the game. Some outbreaks in this game are rare, and it's at this point I realized we somehow had a pink urchin outbreak in Scarlet, while looking for a good place to reset the spawns. Okay, that's not necessarily what I was looking for, but we'll see. I'm going to jump down here, see if there's any more pink urchins. Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! You have to be kidding me! I crafted myself a new method for shiny hunting, wherein I walked slowly to avoid leaving enough room for family spawns, and got slithering in no time at all, before I finally got to make use of our storm shiny hunt. And then we'll just do this, and we'll just watch to see if there's a shiny. This is great. They're just going, man. What am I meant to do? This is stupid. This is so good. Shiny Drifloon. Let's go. Shiny in a storm. Oh my god. Tell me that isn't the best shiny hunting method in any Pokemon game. It's so fun to watch all the Pokemon flying away. Back to grinding Herb and Mystica, and been a very busy week, very busy month. Wait, is that a... Wait, oh my god, wait, oh my god, that's a full-on shiny. That's a full-on shiny. I'm panicking, I'm panicking. Oh my god. Chat. Oh my god. No, I'm getting trapped. Oh my god. We've got a full odds shiny Tarantula. Oh my god. What? With the herbs we got from our farming session, some of the drops were crazy, by the way. We got our second Drifloon, although unfortunately the weather didn't play into our favor. If you've tried to set down a picnic in this game, you'll know it's finicky. Some places you'll be able to make a picnic at a 45-degree incline, other times flat land simply won't cut it. I'd like to present to you a wall. Have you ever wondered what the bottom of the picnic table looks like? It's white. And the table's foldable, which makes sense as you're seemingly throwing it up out of your backpack. All this to say, whilst testing this spot, I got a shiny Drowsy, and you know what? Once again, I'm gonna take these slightly better shiny odds. It's doing wonders for my sanity. Our second shiny Skrelp was a lot easier, and Dragalge is an incredible shiny. Really wish I'd managed to find one of those on the overworld. Next up, I wandered into a shiny Stunky in yet another spot we found to isolate targets before I hit gold again, right? You gotta be making that, putting it in the fridge overnight, letting it, like, make, basically. All right, here we go. Wait, there's no way. Is that a shiny Igglybuff? 1 in 4,000. I didn't even have to wait for the storm to start working. And in honor of the method, our brand new full odds Igglybuff also had the Stormy mark, which made one of my least favorite Pokemon move up the rankings to not hated. I even managed to follow it up with a shiny Pupitar to end the day, and all this luck really had a huge impact on my overall shiny hunting sanity. And thank God that it did. We only have 2 Pokemon left in Scarlet. Dino, which only really spawns in one place, and Roaring Moon, which also only really spawns in one place. Should be easy, right? No. Roaring Moon is a dark dragon typing. That's so lucky, so is Dino. That means that if we use a dragon encounter power, we could get both. No. With the levels in Area 0 being so high, we're only going to see Zweilous. And things only get worse if we try and isolate using Dark type because it throws Sneasel into the mix as well. Whatever, we can get lucky and find a Roaring Moon without any issue. Phase 12 of this hunt was the Roaring Moon. And yeah, I master balled it. This is this game's equivalent of Sammy, and that took nearly 80 balls to catch. And you know what? We also got the Dino 2 on the same sandwich right after being faced with a similar experience with Gibble and Gabite, but I just wanted out. I decided to treat myself to clearing out my stocks of Herba Mystica and got the 2 remaining Hatena, both of which we needed to evolve in order to finish the evolution line. Then I got one of my favorite Gen 8 shinies, Squovert. I love it because gray squirrels are common in the UK and red squirrels are rare, and the shiny just makes sense. The final shiny in Scarlet came from another precariously placed picnic on a wall to get the most uncomfortably pink shiny in the game. It's so pink. Why is it so pink? This is it, 35 to go. Barely even more than 1 box worth of Pokemon. And we're getting a good one out of the way early. One of the few Gen 9 shinies we have left that doesn't require an egg. Yeah. Eggs. Forgot about that. How many do we have left? 6. Why did I leave this so late? Okay, fine. Is that a shiny Indeedee? Oh my God. Oh my God. I know this is a script, but that is literally what happened. Finding that shiny Indeedee made me forget I needed to hatch eggs. But hey, at least we got another storm shiny candidate whilst waiting for a storm to happen. I then followed that up with another shiny that keeps the green theme going in a Bagon that we needed to evolve into Salamence before finishing another of our remaining Generation 9 evolution lines, catching a Tinkertink, and one of our Generation 1 evolution lines with Dragonite. Okay, this is it. 29 left, officially less than 1 whole box. And these are the hard targets we have left. First of all, we still haven't got any more shiny starters, but at least we're hatching eggs now, even if I am currently 2 times over odds for the crocodile. Another problem is Sunkern, which doesn't have outbreaks, and if you've ever found one, please tweet it at me because people say they exist and I swear they don't. And so we have to use a very clunky method for that, but at least we have a plan. We then have the fish, Barraskewda, Electros, Finian, Luminion. They're all going to be a nightmare because of how small they are, having to catch their hard-to-see pre-evos, or how hard they are to isolate. There's also Shellos that has rare outbreaks or a lot of phasings. Salazzle, which needs a female Salandit or a rare outbreak. Eevee, which is a rare outbreak as well. Zorua, which can only be found hiding in other Pokemon. Gothita, which is hard to spawn effectively. And of course Spiritomb, which I decided to hunt through soft resets at full odds. And that makes 18 out of 29 are going to be difficult. Huh. No, let's not panic. I've got this. Cacnea to evolve into Cacturn was the precursor to finally cracking on with the Masuda hunts. Fuecoco in 1065 eggs, and honestly, as long as they don't get worse than that, I think we're gonna be fine. Gotharita was next, and after seeing a shiny Gothitelle, I really wish I'd looked for it as an outbreak because man, this shiny saves the entire evolution line. And you know what? Storms came through for us again with another Igglybuff, which this time is destined to eat a Moonstone and become a Wigglytuff. But I wasn't planning on this one. I'd actually spent 8 hours resetting my game for an Eevee outbreak and had finally found one. I was 6 hours into resetting spawns at it, but who's to say no to a storm? And do you know what? Eevee came home. It took a long time, and because of that, I'd like to show you my best Eevee look ever to balance it out. Oh my god, it's just scuttering around. Scuttling around. Stay in the ball. Let's go. Oh my goodness. No way! Are you kidding me? God. A second Eevee. Oh my... What? You can actually start to hear the hope in my voice after every shiny at this point. A bunch of people that are trying to fight you and you've never... Oh my god! The shiny! Oh my god! Let's go! It's a thing at the moment. It just... Wait. Oh my god! We got it! Oh my god. Although I'm still not sure why I haven't learned to trust my eye for a shiny. Hopefully we will get it at some point. So many Barracuda. Arascuda. This one looks shiny. This one underwater here looks shiny. I can't tell why, but it looked shiny. It's probably not. It's probably just lighting. What? You probably already realized this, and if you did, good for you. But if not, you have to like this video. I don't make the rules. But I forgot a version exclusive. Problem solved. There's not a huge amount to say about Torkoal other than that I love the Pokemon and it featured in some beta thumbnail artwork for another video on the channel. Vigoroth, why couldn't they have just kept it pink? And Kricketot for Cricketoon. But Finian, this thing would have been impossible without being able to angle the camera in a way that removed the surface of the water. And it didn't even pose well for a shiny screenshot. Does anyone have a picture of theirs from in their game so I can see it in game and know what it actually looks like in Scarlet Violet? I think that there's something to be said about some Pokemon look different in this game than they do in previous games. What's that one there? Is that shiny? No? Is that one shiny? It is! Did you see how close I was to despawning that Sunflora? That's kind of where I feel in like right now. I'm like I think I'm a little bit unwell. I think I'm a little bit frazzled, and I don't like to use the word frazzled. I don't like to be frazzled, chat. I think I'm feeling a bit frazzled. I'm not feeling frazzled, shiny Bergmite. Let's go. Oh my god. And there it is. It kind of looks good. It's the golden Avalugg. So like that was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed just getting to go into a game and like most of the Pokemon that we were going to look for were like new. Like I've never really encountered them. I'm sorry. I just got like jump scared by this one. I think it is shiny. Is it shiny? Is that shiny? I got jump scared by it. It is shiny. Let's go! Ryan, where are the eggs? No, I hear you. I've been trying, but do you remember how the last egg took 1065? Final battle, and they had to play the original theme song during the... Oh my god! Oh my god! It took so long! We finally got another croc! Let's go! The F in Masuda stands for fun. Let's have a palate cleanser. I found a Salazzle outbreak. This also can work. What you will see though then is... Oh my... Cat, did you see that? It took me a whole day of streaming to reclaim this. Low poly Salazzle is real, and it can hurt you. Do you remember how I reset for 8 hours for an Eevee outbreak? All that time for 30 minutes of actually shiny hunting the Pokemon. I've been told it looks kind of green. That's like the extent of what I know right now. So like, yeah. That's it. Right? Surely? Okay, I don't need your help. I'm not sure if that's shiny over there. I don't know. I have to check. I have to get a little bit closer to it to find out. I can't tell. Oh, wait, is it? Hang on, is it actually shiny? I don't know. I can't tell. No way! Are you kidding me? The second Shellos took us into single digits remaining, and another Finian took us down to 8. And honestly, I've loved Luminion ever since I got the shiny alpha in Pokemon Legends Arceus. With just 8 left at this point, I'm avoiding duplicates. And we'll just watch it go. Bye, buddy! I hope you find your dad! Oh, it just doesn't despawn. Okay, well, yeah, I see it and don't want it. So I'm not going to catch it. And I know that you guys are probably going to be very upset about it, but we're on a schedule here. We're on a tight schedule. And catching that Sudowoodo over there, he turned around to say bye. Yeah, he did. In 1.2, they fixed the despawn thing. Yeah, well, there you go. Well, I'm going to despawn it manually then. Brutal. I mean, I have so many of them already, Caprice. I've got like 6 shiny Sudowoodo. Seeing another one. Please. Please tell me. Wait, you've got to be kidding me. my god! I don't know about you, but that might be my favorite clip. Waving goodbye to Sudowoodo and then a Zorua. And then just 30 minutes after that. So if that happens, I'm not really fussed. Wow, that is a bright pink. I decided that Electric was the lesser of two evils between itself and Tynamo. I'm honestly glad we caught it quick because I don't think I have a lot of sanity left to play with. But Electros was so worth it, and it's a real shame that it's not available on the overworld in base game Paldea outside of the full odds reset for the Terra spawn. Now it's time to hunt Sunkern. We have a problem. Sunkern only spawns during the day, and I found that out right now. With 5 Pokemon left, no worries though, we have a plan. During the day, we will use our improvised Sunkern spot, bouncing between these 2 patches of flowers for 1 Sunkern at a time, and sometimes multiple checks if we can get Sammy auto-battling consistently. During the nights, we hatch ducks and pray to Arceus they don't take as long as Fuecoco. The Doves. Is that a band? I feel like that's a band. Arctic Monkeys. I can't think of the Wombats. Wait! I agree, yeah. It looks really cool. It's something almost like what it could have been. Do you know what I mean? It could have looked... Wait, is that it? 2 ducks in 1 day. And the very next morning, we ended up in the end getting that video to like a really good amount of views. Oh god, that one looks so shiny. Oh my god. I've been hatching 300 eggs a day, and so far we've already hatched just over 250. So there is a very low chance that this could be the last day of non-Spiritomb shiny hunting. So, you know, it's you just gotta really sort of think about it. It's not the worst thing ever. We'll be okay. We're keeping at it, and hopefully eventually we'll manage to stumble across the shiny Quaxley. Like that! It keeps the color scheme. The way that this hunt works is by setting up a save in front of where Spiritomb spawns, swapping to a new day, and then every time you load it up after that, you should be looking at a different Spiritomb that we hope will be shiny. There are 3 spots where overworld Spiritomb spawns. One of them is overlooking the Soccerat Trail. One of them is in the ruins on the south side of the Glisado Mountain, and one of them is on the far north side of the mountain overlooking the sea. With saving in front of the Trail Spiritomb, we can then fast travel to the Ruined Spiritomb faster than it takes to reload the game. Crazy, right? But the other one is less efficient overall. I know what you're thinking. What if the 3rd Spiritomb was shiny? Well, my motto through the entire game has been if I didn't see it, it wasn't shiny, and I'm not about to change that philosophy now. Each check's gonna give us 2 Spiritombs and take 2 minutes, and if that gets to odds, it will take us over 136 hours. My worst ever shiny hunt went 3.7 times over odds, which would take us 500 hours. Oh my god. Let's settle in for a long one. There's also chances for phases on this hunt. On day 2, after just 934 encounters... Unsure. Oh, ultra shortcut. Yeah. It was very good. You never know anything about the speedruns before watching those. The videos are good on their own. Exactly that. It's definitely an achievement to make that many people interested in video game speedruns. Like, I know there's a community out there for speedrunning, but just like to have so many people... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chat. We are done. Shiny Spiritomb. We are done. It's over. Thank you for watching. This video started off as a silly little way to spend my time on streams, but when I started turning my encounters into YouTube shorts, it really changed my whole life. So I really want to make this video longer to show you the process, and like I say thank you to you. It took an incredibly long time to make, so please consider subscribing if you haven't done already. And also drop a like, and if we get 100 likes, I will follow up with the DLC. Catch you next time.